So today what we are going to see is that we are going to see the design of CE amplifiers. So let me just first insert a few things. Yes. So let's start. So in the exam, this is like a 10 marks problem, 10 marks, and what they will give us is basically a design statement. So this problem has got two parts to it. First is they will give us the circuit diagram, and they will ask us what is the gain, RI, RO, and so on. And then they might give us a specification, and from that spec we should be able to determine what will be the circuit parameters, like what will be the resistance, what will be the capacitance, what will be the spec of the transistor that is used. So let us start with our first design problem. So the design problem would be somewhat like this, that is, design a single stage RC coupled CE amplifier for the following specification. So please note down these questions. So following specifications means what? So first specification, very important one, will be the gain. That is, the gain of this amplifier should be greater than or equal to 180. Then next is SICO. So that is the stability factor, that should be less than 10. Then the maximum output V0 should be 3 volts, and VCC should be equal to 18 volts. The lower cutoff frequency should be equal to
Sir, the screen is not visible.
20 hertz. Yes. So I hope now it's visible.
Yes, sir.
So these are the specs that we want. In the problem, sometimes they specify which transistor to be used. So they say use transistor BC147, and you will see that this transistor is also available in the LT Spice. And once you design the transistor for this spec, that is AV greater than 180, SICO less than 10, maximum output should be 3 volts, VCC should be 18 volts, and the lower cutoff should be 20 hertz. With which transistor? BC147. They are also telling us calculate AV, RI, RO, AV, RI, and RO of design circuit. AV, RI, and RO of design circuit. So something that they are telling us to do, and we should be able to do this. Now the only thing that we have in hand is the transistor specifications. Okay. So when we start with any design, the first thing that we always have in hand is the circuit diagram. So I want you all to write down the steps properly. This first thing will be circuit diagram. So obviously in the design you should know what you are designing. You should know what you are designing, and what we are designing here is a amplifier. So let us draw the amplifier. So everybody now knows how to draw the CE amplifier with potential divider bias. Now why potential divider bias? Because we have seen that the potential divider bias gives the best stability. So we will use what is best. Why to use something that is not good? So that is why we chose potential divider bias instead of other bias circuits. So please draw this circuit diagram. So here we have plus VCC. This is your R1, R2, RC, RE, and across it will be CE. And here, as usual, we have our C0. Here we have our V0. And here we have CI. And what we will apply here is our that is V. And here, don't forget to show the ground. So that's your ground. So please draw this. So as a part of the design, the first step is to draw the circuit that you are going to design. So here you will have IB, here you will have IC, and obviously here you will have I. So all those standard definitions are always in place. So here this is plus minus VCE, this is plus minus VB. So after you write this circuit, then comes they have given us in the problem, use transistor BC147. So even if they have not mentioned this, you can still select this particular transistor. So these values that I am writing, you have to sort of know these values. So that is why as you practice, these values will automatically sink into you. But for the time being, I am writing that as step number 2. That is selection of transistor. So if the transistor is not mentioned, we can write select transistor BC147 E, we can write, and HFE. For this HFE is nothing but what? Beta. So HFE is nothing but 220. Then HIE is nothing but 2.7 kilo ohms. And then we have VCE SAT, that is nothing but 0.25 volts. And IC max is equal to 100 milliamps. So these are the specs. How many specs? 4 specifications. Now with this much information, what we have to do is we have to find the value of RC, we have to find the value of RE, we have to find the value of R1, R2, CI and CE and C0. So the design problem is to calculate the values of 4 resistances and 3 capacitances. Once you are done writing this, just write done in the chat box. Any doubts till this point, please ask. Now from where these values came? These values come from data. That means if you change this transistor to something else, these values are going to change. Okay. Next point. Let us always will start with RC, RE, then R1, R2. So first is calculation of RC. Calculation of RC. So in this problem, these specifications are given. Okay. So we know that AV is equal to HFE upon HIE into RC, other mod of that. So HFE is equal to 220, that is given in the problem, 220, and HIE is 2.7 upon 2.7 kilo ohms. AV is given to us as greater than or equal to 180, so we will take it as 180, and into RC. So what will that give me? RC is equal to 180 divided by 220 into 2.7 into 10 raised to 3. So please tell me what is the value of RC. Post your answers in the chat box. Please tell me what is the value of RC. So that will be 180 divided by 220 into 2.7. That should be 2.209 kilo ohms. So this should be 2.209 kilo ohms. But The problem with this value is that this is not available in standard form. This is not available in standard form. So let us say that if you go to Lamington Road and ask them, give me a resistance of 2.209, they don't have 2.209. They have either 2.2 or they have 2.5. So what we can write here, that is, we can write select RC is equal to 2.5 kilo ohms, and into bracket I will write standard. Now you might argue, why higher, why not lower? So if we choose a lower value of RC, if we choose 2.2, then my gain that I will get will be less than 180. So that is why in the problem what they have told us, that AV should be greater than or equal to 180. That means if it increases, it is fine, but it should not decrease. So that is using a higher standard value of. But still, every resistance has got a wattage rating. So the wattage ratings are generally quarter watt, half watt, 1 watt, 2 watt, and so on. So what will be the wattage rating of this? So to decide the wattage rating, that is the power rating, I should either know the voltage across the resistance or I should know the current flowing through the resistance. So current and voltages can be calculated with the help of the Q point. So the next step in calculation is going to be the calculation of Q point. So let us write here fourth step, that is calculation of Q point. So please note these steps very properly, because this comes for 10 marks in the exam. Okay, calculation of Q point. Now there are two ways to calculate the Q point. First is when VCC is not given. So sometimes in the problem they don't give VCC. So that in that case what should be done? And second is when VCC is given. Anyways, so let us first understand where the Q point is. So let us do a small recap of how the Q point is. So here we have IC and here we have VCE, and if you recall, the transistor characteristics are this. In the problem they have given us that DC is SAT. So this is my value of VCE SAT, that is going to be 0.25 volts. It's going to be 0.25 volts. And of course my Q point will lie on the DC load line. So I will have to draw the DC load line too. Now the Q point is on the DC load. So I'll just show this Q point here. So this value will be ICQ and this value will be VCE. This value will be what? VCEQ. Now common sense should again tell you that in the problem they have given us the maximum voltage swing, that is the maximum voltage swing can be 3 volts. I think that is given. So if you see in the problem, they have given here that the output cannot exceed 3 volts. V naught cannot exceed 3 volts. That means the maximum distance of this Q point from the boundary cannot be more than 3 volts. Cannot be more than 3 volts. So this 3 volts that is given to us, V naught equal to 3 volts, is actually an RMS value, but we should always use a peak value. So what it means here is that VCEQ, if you look at this, VCEQ is equal to this much voltage plus V naught, or should be greater than this much voltage. That this much is nothing but VC sat plus V naught. VC sat is 0.25 and V naught RMS is 3 volts. So peak to peak will be root 2 times of V naught, that is root 2 into 3. Now can somebody tell me what is the value of this? 0.25 plus 1.7. So let's calculate this value. Root of 3 into 3 into root of 2 into 3 plus 0.25. So that is 4.4926. This is 4.4926 volts. But as a designer, we are designers, so we cannot design anything very cut to cut. So that is why we say take in 20% extra. Taking 20% extra. So VCEQ will be 4.4926 plus 20% extra of 4.4926, that is going to be 20 upon 100. So please tell me what is this value. Yes, Vinayak, value is correct. Now take 20% extra. I think that is 5.3911. Check it. 5.3911. So VCC is not given. So now here we will write VCC will be twice of VCQ. That will be 2 into 5.3911. That will be 10.78 volts. So if VCC is not given, we can calculate VCC through VCQ and if VCC is given, when VCC is given, so in our problem VCC is given, so VCC, correct Atul, VCC is equal to, or VCEQ is equal to VCC by simply by 2. So 18 by 2 is equal to 9 volts. 18 by 2 is equal to 9 volts. So this is slightly easier, and that's how we can actually solve for VCC when with the help of VCEQ, and if VCC is given we can calculate VCEQ. So mostly in the exam VCC will be given. Mostly in the exam VCC will be given. So if VCC is not given, then nobody should have a doubt how to calculate VCEQ. It can still be calculated. Now we are going to use the values from here, that is our VCEQ is equal to 9 volts. Now we should write for proper functioning of the amplifier, VR, that is the voltage drop across RE, should be 10% of VCC, should be 10% of, or 10 to 15% of VCC. So we will say 15% for our calculation into 18. So I think this should be 2.7 volts. So VRE should be 10 to 20% of VCC. 10 to 20% of VCC. So we have taken 15%. Fine. Now let us write here, using KVL on output side, using KVL on output side, so that is very simple. KVL on output side means what? First you start with VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE equal to 0. So we will write VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus IERE equal to 0. So IERE is nothing but VRE. So VCC minus ICRC minus VCE minus VRE equal to 0. So now we can see that the only unknown is IC. So IC is nothing but VCC minus VCE minus VRE upon RC. So VCC is nothing but 18 minus 9 minus 2.7 upon value of RC we know, that is 2.5 into 10 raised to 3. Always use the selected value. So that is going to be something. So please tell me what is the answer. What is the value of IC? So I think that will be 18 minus 9 minus 2.7 divided by 2.5. So that should be 2.52 milliamperes. 2.52 milliamperes. Okay. Now we are ready to write our Q point. So here we can write, now my Q point is nothing but VCEQ comma ICQ. So Q point is equal to 9 volts comma 2.52 milliamperes. Now we have to calculate the power rating of RC. So PRC, that is the power dissipated through RC, will be IC square into RC. So IC we now know, that is 2.52 into 10 raised to minus 3 the whole square into 2.5 into 10 raised to 3. So whatever this value is, just tell me what is this value. Yes, Ashish, correct. 2.52, but it is 2.52 milliamperes, huh, Ashish? Let's calculate PRC. How much is this PRC? Please post your answers in the chat box. Everybody should calculate this. This is a short question in the exam. 2.52 into 2.52 into 2.5 into raised to minus 3. So that will be 15.876 milliwatts. 15.876 milliwatts. So this is less than quarter watt. This is less than quarter watt. So now we can actually write, select the value of RC. So we can write select RC equal to 2.5 kilo ohms, comma, quarter watt. So when you go to a shop to buy a resistance, you have to tell that person, give me 2.5 kilo ohms, and then you will also expect quarter watt or the wattage rating, because the same value is available in higher watts also. So as the wattage increases, the value of the resistance, that is the cost of the resistance, is going to increase. So let us say that if this resistance comes for 0.5 rupees, 2 watt resistance would come out to be something like 5 or 6 rupees. So it's almost 10 times the cost. So that is why as a designer, you should know the power rating so that you can save the cost. Okay. Now let us go to the next part, that is calculation of RE. That is the fifth point. Calculation of RE. So here we already know that VRE is equal to IERE. So RE is equal to VRE upon IE. VRE upon IE. So this is going to be VRE upon, here we can write IC plus IB, and this same thing is equal to VRE upon IC plus IC upon beta, and the same thing we can write it in terms of a formula. So VRE is equal to 2.7. IC we already know, so that will be 1 plus 1 upon beta. So beta is nothing but HFE. So that is 220 into IC I am taking common, that is 2.52 into 10 raised to minus 3. So please tell me what is the value of RE. Please tell me what is the value of RE. So that will be 1 divided by 220 plus 1 and 7. So tell me what is the answer. So my calculations are giving me 1.066 kilo ohms. 1.066 kilo ohms. But the standard value of RE is 1.2 kilo ohms. Standard. Now, to calculate power rating, we have to calculate PRE. To calculate power rating, we have to calculate PRE. So let's calculate PRE. PRE is equal to IE square into RE. But what is IE? IE is IC plus IB, that is IC plus IC by beta, that is going to be IC into 1 plus 1 over beta, is 2.52 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 1 plus 220. So whatever this value is, and then PRE is equal to this value square into 1.2 into 10 raised to 3. So please calculate the value of IE. So indirectly we have calculated the value here, but we did not note it. So what is the value of IE? Yes, I am waiting for the answer. So it's going to be almost equal to 2.52 only, because beta is very large. So that will be, let's calculate that. Plus 1 into 2.52. So that is just going to be 2.53. So this is 2.53, 10 raised to minus 3. So I think this comes to around 7.687 milliwatts. 7.687 milliwatts. So now we can write select. Again, this is going to be less than quarter watt. So now I'll write select RE is 1.2 kilo ohms quarter watt. 1.2 kilo ohms quarter watt. So just a quick recap of what we have done. This was the design specs that were given to us. We were told that our gain should be greater than 180. The stability factor should be less than or equal to 10. We have not used this till this point. V0 is 3 volts, VCC is 18 given to us, and the lower cutoff is 20 Hz. So probably when we will design capacitance series, we will use this. When we are designing Q point, we will use values. And when we are designing the bias circuit, we will use the value of SICU. And when we are designing the value of gain, we will use this 180. Now the transistor type was given to us. So these values were coming from the data sheet. So we used our first formula for gain, HFE upon HI into RC, and calculated the value of RC, and we selected the standard value, but in this value the wattage rating is missing. There is no wattage rating. So to calculate wattage rating, I need to know voltage or current flowing through RC, and that can be done with the help of calculating Q point. But again, Q point can also be calculated in two ways: when VCC is not given, when VCC is given. In our case, VCC was given, so we started using this formula. Okay, so this is what we did. Then we calculated IC, and with the help of IC, we calculated the power flowing through, power dissipated through RC, and we selected the final value of RC. Similar thing we did for RE also, but here instead of IC it is IE. So this is IC plus IB. So we used that formula and calculated the value of RE. So here, out of this circuit, now we have decided on RC, we have decided on RE, Now we have to calculate R1, R2, CI, C0 and CE. So let us calculate that. So next is calculation of R1 and R2. Calculation of R1 and R2. So what is given to us is SICO is should be less than or equal to 10. Ideally SICO should be 0, but 0 is not achievable. So if you want to achieve 0, then R1 and R2 have to be 0, which is not possible. So we say let SICO equal to 9. So we will go with 9. So if this is given as 12, then you design for 11. If it is given 10, you design for 9, one less. Now we also know SICO is equal to 1 plus RB upon RE. 1 plus RB upon RE. So from where we are getting this formula? From the stability analysis of potential divider bias, where RB is R1 parallel to R2. Where RB is R1 parallel to R2. So here we can write now 9 is equal to 1 plus RB upon RE we have calculated 1.2 kilo ohms. So we should be able to calculate the value of RB, which should be 8 into 1.2 kilo ohms, which should be 9.6 kilo ohms. So RB is equal to what? 9.6 kilo ohms. So, but RB is what? R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. RB is equal to R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2, and this equation we can write it this way, that is R2 upon R1 plus R2 is equal to RB, that is 9.6 into 10 raised to 3 upon R1. So this is my first equation. This is my first equation. Now, let us draw the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, which we used to always draw when we used to draw the potential divider bias. So you can write here, consider the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. So the Thevenin's equivalent circuit would be like this. We have done this again in the derivation of the potential divider bias circuit. It was like this. We had a RB and we had a VB. This was RB. This was so some books will write this as RT and VT. So you should understand that it's one and the same. This is VCC, RC, RE. So we'll just mention certain things here. what is flowing through this is IC, IB, and here what is going to flow is I. So as you can see here, in the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, the voltage at the VB is equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VCC. So VB upon VCC is equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2. So now the objective is to calculate VB. The objective is to calculate the value of VB. So if you apply KVL on this side, apply KVL on the input side, so what you will get is VB minus IBRB minus VBE minus IERE equal to 0. So we can write here VB is equal to VBE plus IBRB plus IERE. So we can write here that VB is equal to 0.7 plus what is the value of IC? So this I can write it as IC by beta into RB plus IE RB. So this will be 0.7 plus 2.52 into 10 raised to minus 3 upon 220 into RB value is given to us. RB value is how much? 9.6. Just now we calculated. 9.6 into 10 raised to 3 plus 2.53 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is the value of IE, into RE is 1.2 into 10 raised to 3. So this and this cancels out actually, and what we are left out with is simply, so tell me the value of VB. So I think the value of VB comes out to 3.84 volts. 3.84 volts. So the current VB is 3.84. Now we can write 3.84 upon 18, that is this equation, is equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2. Therefore, R2 upon R1 plus R2 is equal to 0.2133. So this was our one equation, and we also knew that R2 upon R1 plus R2 is equal to 9.6 into 10 raised to 3 upon R1. So what we get here is from these two equations is 0.2133 is equal to 9.6 into 10 raised to 3 upon R1. So R1 is equal to something. What is the value of R1 that we get? Please calculate this. It should be 45 point something. So 9.6 divided by 0.213. 45 point. So it is 45 kilo ohms. But we don't have a 45 kilo ohm resistance as a standard value. We have a 47 kilo ohms. So select R1 equal to 47 kilo ohms standard. But still we don't know the power rating. So similarly from this, now we know the value of R1, so we can calculate the value of R2. So we can use any one of the formula. So R2 upon R1 plus R2 is 0.2133. So we can write here that is R2 upon 47K plus R2 is 0.2133. So R2 is equal to 12 points. So the only unknown is R2. So you can put the equation in the calculator and get the value of R2. And the standard value of R2 is 12 kilos. Now here we are taking a higher standard and here we are taking a lower standard. If you take both as higher standard or both as lower standard, then the Q point might shift. So if in one place you are taking a higher standard value, in the other place you take a lower standard value. That is the compensation, that is because of a higher standard approximation in R1, you can compensate that by a lower standard value in R2 since they are connected in the potential divider by a standard. So in this entire design, RC, RE, R1 and R2 are the four resistances. Out of these four resistances, only R2 needs to be a lower standard value. Now you might argue that R1, I want to take R1 as lower standard. Fine, you take it as lower standard, but then you take R2 as a higher standard. Okay, so it's up to you. So we have still not calculated the power rating. Now, PR1. So the voltage drop across R1 will be VCC minus VB the whole square upon R1. So you can see here from the circuit diagram itself, one point of R1 is connected to VCC and the other point is VB. So voltage drop will be VCC minus VB the whole square upon R1. That is the formula for power, V square by R. So we have calculated both the values. That will be 18 minus VB value is 3.84 the whole square upon 47 into 10 raised to 3. So whatever this value is, and PR2 is going to be simply VB square by R2, because R2 is connected between VB and ground, so it is actually VB minus 0 the whole square upon R2, but fine. So this is going to be 3.84 the whole square upon R2. So R2 is 12 into 10 raised to, so whatever is this values. So according to my calculations, I get PR1 as 4.26 milliwatts and PR2 I'm getting it as 1.22 milliwatts, and both these are less than quarter watt. Both are less than quarter watt. So now I can write here, select R1 equal to 47 kilo ohms quarter watt. Select R2 as 12 kilo ohms quarter watt. So now all our resistances are chosen. The transistor that I am going to use is chosen. Now what remains is the calculation of CI, C0 and CE. CI, C0 and CE. I will give you here 5 minutes to look back and analyze what we have done. If there are any doubts, just unmute and ask. Yes, any doubts? Now we will write calculation of CI. CI is equal to 1 upon 2 pi Ri into Ci, where Ri is equal to Rb parallel to HIE, that is R1 parallel to R2 parallel to HIE. So first we have to calculate Ri, which is going to be 12K parallel to 47K parallel to 2.7K. So whatever this value is, and then Ci is equal to 1 upon 2 pi into whatever is the value of Ri into Ci into 20. Small mistake here. FL is 20, it is given to us in the problem. So according to my calculations, this comes to 2.105 kilo ohms So that will come here 2.105 into 10 raised to 3. And once you solve this, what do you get? So I think you should 3.78 into 10 raised to minus 6 farads, that is Ci is 3.78 microfarads. 3.78 microfarads. Now, capacitor, like resistor has got a wattage rating, capacitor has got a voltage rating. So this is fine, 3.78 microfarad is fine. But if you look at a capacitor, it will always have a voltage rating. And how to actually find out what is the voltage rating of the capacitor? So you can see Ci is actually connected between V in and VB. It's connected between V in and VB. So V in will be very small, it will be in millivolts because it is the input signal, and VB is, we have just calculated, it is 3.84. So the voltage drop across Ci is going to be 3.84 minus something in millivolts. So that is going to be less than 5 volts. So the minimum is 5 volts, like minimum is quarter watt for a resistance. In a similar way, the minimum voltage rating for a capacitor is 5 volts. So if the voltage drop is going to be less than 5, we will simply write here 5 volts. So now I will write here select Ci as the standard value is 3.78 is not the standard value. So that is going to be 3.9 is the closest one. 3.9 microfarads, 5 volts. Select Ci equal to 3.9 microfarads, 5 volts. Then next, calculation of C0. So C0 is equal to 1 upon 2 pi R0 FL. Now what is R0? R0 is simply equal to RC. R0 is simply equal to RC. So here we will write 1 upon 2 pi. RC we have already calculated, 2.5 into 10 raised to 3 into 20. So what is the value of C0 that you are getting? Tell me. So okay, I am getting it as 3.18 microfarad, and the nearest standard value will be 3.3 microfarad. This is C0. And how to calculate the how to calculate the voltage rating? So you can see C0, where C0 is connected. So on one side of C0 we have VCE plus IERE, and on the other side So my V0 can go at the most up to 3 volts, and VCE SAT was 0.25 and IERE was VRE, so that was 2.7. So that is 15% of VCC. So this is not more than 2.95 volts and this is 3 volts. So the difference is less than 5 volts. So again this can also be 5 volts. So we can write here select C0 is 3.3 microfarad 5. Oh, sorry, there is one small mistake here. Here this VC is the VCQ. So this is going to be 9 volts. And 9 volts, this will be 11.7. And 11.7 is, so the difference is going to be more than 5 volts. So the next standard value is 12. This is going to be 12. This VC is 9. So 11.7 minus 3 would be something more than 8 volts. And similar now calculation of CE. So calculation of CE would be something like this. So XCE should be 10% of RE. XCE should be 10% of RE. So that is 0.1 times of RE. So XCE means 1 upon 2 pi FCE is equal to 0.1 times of RE. Therefore, CE is 1 upon 2 pi into 0.1 into RE into F. So CE would be equal to 1 upon 2 pi into 0.1 into 1.2 into 10 raised to 3 into 20. So this CE is, I think, 66.31 according to my calculations, and the standard value is 68 microfarad. Again, you can see that what is there on two sides of CE. So on one side you have got IER and on the other side is connected to ground 0. So that is VRE and that is 2.7 volts. So again less than 5. So we can write now select CE. (68 microfarad) fibers. So generally the capacitors which are in microfarads will look like this. They are like cylindrical type with 2 pins. And generally the capacitors in nanofarad will be discs. Okay. General, not necessarily, but generally it will be like that. So when you go to the lab and if the capacitor is in microfarads, probably what you should be expecting is something cylindrical. Now in the question they have also mentioned that calculate Ri, Ro and Av for the designed values. So Ri is Rb parallel to Hie, which is nothing but R1 parallel to R2 parallel to R3, which is going to be, just now we have calculated that, 2.105 kilo ohms. Then R0 is equal to Rc, that is 2.5 kilo ohms directly, and Av is equal to HFE upon Hie into Rc. So HFE is 220 upon 2.7 into 10 raised to 3 into 2.5 into 10 raised to 3. So this 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 3 cancels out. And what we are going to get here is 220 into 2.5. 20 into 2.5 divided by 2.7, that is 203, say 0.7. So gain does not have any unit, it is unitless. So we had been told to design an amplifier with gain greater than or equal to 180, and the design value of gain is equal to 203. So that means our design is correct. Now once you design all the values, you will write the designed circuit is. So you will redraw this circuit diagram and say the designed circuit will have these values. So the design circuit, here this will be 18 volts, RC is 2.5 kilo ohms, quarter watt, RE is 1.2 kilo ohms, R1 is 47K, this is 12K, and CI, C0 and CE, whatever they are, and just write it down. So I think CI is 3.9. C0 is 3.3 microfarads and CE is 68 microfarads. So this is your design circuit. This is the design circuit. Okay. Now I will give you a circuit and you will design entirely this particular circuit. Please note this circuit down. Please note this circuit. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. Do you want to copy some part of this design? Just unmute yourself and let me know. I'll go back to that part of the circuit. If you want to copy it down, something that you have missed. The next design statement for you, you have to design an amplifier using BC1473. So you can copy the specifications from the previous question. EV should be greater than 120. SICO should be less than or equal to 8. Then ICQ, ICQ is 3 milliamperes. VCC is given 24 volts, and this time there is the additional resistance. RL is also given. RL is 10 kilo ohms, and FL is going to be 10 hertz. So you have to design the circuit to achieve a gain of 120, and after designing you have to calculate Ri, R0 and E. Come on, do this problem. So I'll give you a clue here that the design circuit should look like this. Here now you are having a RL. So from the AC analysis, you very well know now, that is, this is CI, this is your Vin. So R1, R2, RC, RE and C. So you know that EV, initially we were using the formula HFE upon HIE into RC, of course not of that. But now this formula gets modified to AV is equal to HFE upon HIE into RC parallel with R, and RL is given. So RL is given, HFE is given, HIE is given, and even AV is given. So the only unknown becomes RC. So that's how you have to solve it to start. Come on, please start this. First you will calculate the value of gain or RC. And here you don't have to do any here you like before calculating the Q point itself, you are having the Q point calculation is not very tough, because ICQ is already given to you, so you need not calculate ICQ, and VCQ will be VCC by 2, so VCC is given by 2 is, so Q point is ready made for you. So please post the values in the chat box, RC, then Q point, and so on. Start design. Now I'll go to the initial circuit so that you can pick some formulas. So here it will be RC parallel with RL. Come on, calculate.